Greetings, fellow fanboys. 'Tis I, Nonsilent Bob, hitting you up with another fanboy review, and this is my boomstick. This is double barrel 12 gauge Remington. This sweet baby was made in Grand Rapids, Michigan, out of cobalt blue steel with a walnut handle, and it's got a hair trigger. You can find this pretty good section. Retails for about $109.95. Shop smart, shop S-Mart. Everybody got that? I saw Evil Dead. And now I'm a huge fan of the Evil Dead series. I saw Army of Darkness way back in 1994. 95? 95. I was blown away. Just a great, hilarious action comedy horror movie. Notice I have an Evil Dead button right there. I am nuts about the series. Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi and Sam's brother Ted and producer Rob Tapert got their start on the Evil Dead series. And they've been friends forever, and they keep doing it. I saw the films in reverse order. Army of Darkness first, then Evil Dead 2, Dead by Dawn, and then Evil Dead, which I have the cool Necronomicon edition of. I love it. Unfortunately, I've been unable to locate a working copy of Within the Woods. Supposedly it was a special feature on one of the various editions that have come out, possibly the paper bag edition of Army of Darkness, which I no longer have. A lot of fun. It's supposed to be a remake. Kind of fits in with that, but enough things happen differently that it could be construed as a sequel, possibly, even though the Necronomicon looks completely different. However, the comic book continuity established that there are many alternate universes that Ash gets thrown into. He's fought Freddy, he's fought Jason, he's even fought the Marvel Zombies, but he is not in this film. Not even the character of Ashley Williams. There are 5 kids in a cabin. They do read the Book of the Dead. Some other really crazy stuff happens. It is a gore fest. It's even more disturbing than the original. Now, way back in the 80s, people had never seen anything like Evil Dead. You could only see it at a couple drive-ins, and it was so shocking it was actually banned by the MPAA. You had to get a bootleg VHS copy from Japan for like $200, or the Laserdisc for like $300. And it's had a huge impact on horror movies in general. And it is disturbing and it is scary. But what they didn't really realize is, at least when they did this one, was how much of a comedy they had in their hands. That's what they did in 2. 2 is all comedy. And 3 is just silly, but you got the best lines in the whole series in 3. Bruce Campbell versus Army of Darkness. Evil Dead has found its way into comic books, like I said, and video games. Action figures, mugs, big talking Ash dolls. But like I said, none of the characters you know and love so well from the series are in this. This is a completely new bunch of 5 kids. Like I said, it is an absolute gore fest. It's really shocking. There's a part where this one girl gets possessed by the Necronomicon, and she pees herself. And the moment she pees herself, two kids, like they were like 14, ran out of the theater as fast as they could. You've got it took some of the best moments of the series and kind of redid them around. There's the garden shed with freaking chainsaw and duct tape and batteries, and of course you got a double-barreled shotgun in the movie, which in the original Evil Dead, there's only a single-barreled shotgun. Not too many people remember that. Of course, one itself is kind of like an alternate universe to the rest of the series, because he goes back to the cabin in 2 with the same girlfriend he had in 1, also named Linda. It's confusing, but this one didn't have any. You could not have been a fan of the series and gone to see this and understood everything. Really, really grisly movie. People cutting their own faces off with shards of glass. The arboreal violation scene is still there. It's very different this time, though, which is one of the funniest and most shocking moments in the original film, was where the woman, well, bad things happen with a tree. I'm not going to use any coarse language on my show, of course, but it was bad. Not directed by Sam, but him, Rob, and Bruce all produced it. And please stay till after the credits if you go see it. There is a secret ending. I enjoyed it. I really did. It's a lot more serious than the first one. Even though the first one, for what they had, you know, being the film with a budget of like $20,000, $50,000, they did an amazing job. But this one's got a high, big, huge budget. Not a lot of CG, thankfully. It was mostly prosthetics and puppeteering, really fantastic makeup effects. They do brain a puppy dog with a hammer in the movie. I don't like seeing that, but it's just a movie. We know the dog didn't actually hurt. Oh, man. It was a ride. It really was. It's never going to win an Oscar. It wasn't, you know, on par with like Godfather or anything. It never would be. This is just a gore fest. They took the V out of the title. It's just called Evil Dead. So you can take it as a remake. You can take it somehow as a sequel, as if the Necronomicon ended up back in the same cabin. The cabin looks dead on exact. But as we all know, it is not the same cabin, because that cabin was burned down by some kids right after the filming of the first one. Necronomicon looks completely different. No eyeballs on the cover, and then somebody's like translated it and put dirty words all throughout the book. Leave this book alone. Die, 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 and you know. But it was a lot of fun. I recommend it, whether you're a fan of the series or not. If you like shocking horror involving, you know, evil old books and demonic possession. And as we all know, the Necronomicon was conceived in a story by H.P. Lovecraft. This doesn't have anything to do with Lovecraft, neither did the original series. I liked it. I saw it with my brother. He enjoyed it too. So go see it, you know. Hail to the King, baby. Because it's groovy. I thank you very much for watching. Live long and prosper, and nanu nanu. Y'all have a great night. Go see it. I mean it.